What's up, everybody? Once again, my name is Matt, and welcome back to Let's Play Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. In the last episode, we took on the mini dungeon thing in the private oasis, which, by the way, is now renamed to Link's Oasis since we now own it officially. We showed the deed to the door, and, well, he's like, okay, this is yours now. Anyways, in this episode, we're going to continue on with our side questing, as per usual lately, but we're actually going to go ahead and make perhaps maybe an odd stop. We're actually going to go ahead and go to Roost Island, which we haven't been to in, well, a little bit of time. But, we're actually going to head back there just real quickly because I want to do one quick thing, and then we'll be on our way to the next area of the game, which is probably where we'll be spending the rest of the episode, actually. But real quick at Roost, you'll probably notice something a tad different. You might notice a change in music. You could probably hear a little bit of harp type music in the background, and well, for now let's just pretend that's not there and ignore that. That is for, well, slightly later on in the game, actually. If we continue on with our story progression, we will get to that very soon. However, we're side questing right now, so we're gonna ignore that for now. But let's go ahead and take out the bow, and if we look up, you'll see a trail of bombs, and if you shoot these bombs, let's see if I can actually get one here. My skill with the bow is lacking. Oh, really? Come on. Alright, there we go. Wow, that only took like 5 times. But if we shoot that, the rock blows up and the chest falls down, and if you open this chest, you get 200 rupees. Sweet. There we go. So that was definitely worth the little tiny amount of time that it took to go ahead and grab that. And now we'll just be on our way. I'm going to run through here and just pick up all these rupees and... ooh, a heart. So yeah, we'll just pick up all those rupees, and now we'll go back in the King Road Lines and be on our way. We're going to have to change the wind direction, though, because the island that we're going to is, let me pull up my sea chart real quick, right here. We're going to head into this square and see what's up there for us. There's actually a lot of stuff to do up there, actually. Let's actually take out our sail, and we'll go ahead and change the wind direction. So let's go ahead and do that. And we'll head to this island. This island is actually pretty unique because the island itself isn't actually that useful, to be honest. It's really small, and there really isn't much to do on it. In fact, there only is really one thing to do on it. It's really the stuff around the island which makes this really interesting, I guess you could say. There's quite a bit of stuff around and in the square surrounding the island, so we're probably going to spend a lot of time there. Real quick, actually, before we get there, I'm going to go to my sea charts and open up sea chart number 11, because that corresponds to the island that we're going to. And something a bit comical, I guess, that happened in a failed recording of this episode is that I actually, like, halfway through the episode had my controller die on me. Like, right in the middle of when I was on Roost, actually. So I guess it wasn't really halfway through an episode. It was sort of at the beginning. But, the controller just turned off and it wouldn't turn back on, and I realized I had to change the batteries because I'm using a wireless GameCube controller. And yeah, I haven't changed the batteries on this thing in ages, so I'm surprised it lasted this long, and I kind of knew that it was going to need new batteries eventually. But anyways, we're close to the island now. We can see the map fish over in the distance, so we're definitely going to go pick him up. Hopefully he's I don't know if he's going to be our first stop or not. He looks like he's not really in a good place to be our first stop. He could be our... he might actually end up being our last stop if he's not close. Mapfish, yeah, well... you're not really in a good spot for me right now, Mr. Mapfish. So I think I'm actually going to go ahead and just land on the island, actually. The reason I'm doing this is just because I don't want to deal with the stupid sharks right now. So I'm going to land on the island. I'll get back in the boat and pick up the treasure, which we saw the Aurora for slightly a few moments ago. So, oh yeah, I forgot about this. There are 2 blue chews on this island, so you're gonna go on ahead and take out your grappling hook and grab their chew jellies. You don't really have to do this, but since there are a limited number of them in the game, I count them, I guess, as a collectible. So I will be, you know, I guess, getting them. I mean, if I miss one of them, I'm not going to, like, go out of my way to go get it, but if they're there and I can see them, I'll obviously go ahead and grab them. There's no reason not to, and then plus they're kind of cool. I like the blue chews. I don't have anything against them. The red and green chews, on the other hand, yeah, screw them. And the yellow chews, oh my gosh, the yellow chews, I hate the yellow chews. Anyways, in this treasure chest, we have a treasure chart, which is awesome. So, we'll actually be picking up probably another one of these actually in this chart if we have time for it, or in this island rather, if we have time for it in this episode. And we should be able to get most, if not everything, done in this square in this episode. It doesn't really take too long, but it should be a fun episode. So let's go ahead and get that treasure. Where are we in relation to it? Which should be like right here almost. We're almost there. Hang on. Where are we in relation to it now? Close. We're close. And close. Hang on, let me take out the grappling hook just in case, because I want to make sure that I'm like right there. Almost there. Just a little bit more. And that should do it. I hear sharks though, so I'm going to drop it. Hopefully the sharks don't attack us. Come on, sharks. Yes, they didn't attack us. Sweet, we got the treasure before the sharks did. You can see them in the background there, just like, I'm stalking you. So anyways, in this we get a piece of heart. And there we go, that's our 4th heart piece, which creates a new heart container. So now we have 11 total heart containers, which is awesome. That starts our 2nd row of heart containers, which is amazing, which means now technically, I guess, if you go by heart pieces, we're, I guess, over the halfway point. So that's pretty cool. And I'm going to kill these sharks because they're stupid and I hate them. Get out of my way, sharks. Actually, these sharks are really annoying and they make it really hard to get the treasure, so it is best to pick them off. And the bow is pretty much my weapon of choice for that. And, whoa, I shot the thing and still shot the shark. That was pretty sweet, I'm not going to lie. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this next treasure while we're here. There's actually another one of these that we're going to pick up in this island as well. And about here, I think, is going to do it. Let's go ahead and take out our grappling hook, and we'll drop this down again as we get awakened to the epic sailing music as the sun rises in the background and adds to the overall epicness of this game. And in here, this is probably just another 20 rupees if I'm going to guess correctly, and let's find out. Indeed it is. Another red rupee worth 20 rupees. Sweet. So, that's always a good thing. Let's make our way back toward... Oh, the mapfish changed locations again now. Well, I guess technically now would be a good place to go get them, because technically we do need to go back up in that direction. So, yeah, let's go ahead and go grab the mapfish while we're here. I don't see why that wouldn't be a bad little detour. I mean, we do have to go back up that way anyways. So let's go grab our little buddy, the mapfish. Do we actually have bait? I don't know. Hang on, let's go check. Alright, no, we're doing pretty good on bait, so we should be good for a little while. Let's throw out some bait and get this mapfish location. Boy, small fry. Yeah, I've heard. I take it you want chart information about this island. Then start by opening up your sea chart. Alright, Mr. Mapfish, do your work. And let's find out what this place is actually called. This is Crescent Moon Island. As you can tell, the shape of it is a shape of a crescent moon, so that's obviously where it got the name from. And the mapfish right here is basically telling us that if you come to this island on a night with a full moon, you'll see something a bit spooky. But that's a foreshadow to something that I don't really want to spoil just yet. So we're going to ignore that for now, Mr. Mapfish. And we'll come back to that later. And there is a submarine out here, sort of to the outskirts, I guess, of this square. But we're going to go ahead and stop in here because inside here is a pretty cool reward that we're actually going to want to pick up. So let's get off the King of Red Lions, and we'll go inside. And this submarine is kind of annoying, I'm not gonna lie. There is a lot of stuff we gotta do in here. Basically, we're gonna fight a bunch of mini blins forever. I don't know where I was going with that sentence, but basically, we have to kill 4 specific mini blins in order to light all those 4 torches. And then after we do light all those 4 torches, we get to a treasure chest, and inside that treasure chest is something that we're definitely going to want to pick up. So let's continue killing off these guys. It's going to take a while, and I did notice a bit of slowdown actually when there was like a massive amount of these enemies. I could actually try out the hurricane spin here. That might actually be a good place to try it out. So, and unfortunately that cutscene interrupted my hurricane spin, so let's charge it up real quick and let's go. I haven't actually used this yet since we got the move, so that's pretty nice. As you can see, it's ridiculously overpowered, but after you use it, you do get dizzy, so... I mean, there are some disadvantages to using it, especially in a fight like this when there's just a tremendous amount of enemies, and oh my gosh, that was epic. I hit like so many of them in so little time. But But yeah, there are some disadvantages to it when there are a lot of enemies like this, but if you know you can take out all the enemies with one or maybe even a few hits from the hurricane spin, it's definitely worth doing because, to be honest, the damage you take from it and the damage it deals is a pretty insane ratio, I would say. Let's just finish killing off the rest of these guys, and let's go up this ladder now and just get out of here. I'm sick and tired of fighting these stupid, annoying mini blins. Let's open this chest and get the reward that's inside. Really? You're gonna be in here too? Get out of here. Just stop. Alright. Let's open up this chest, shall we? And oh boy, what's inside here? What do we get? What do we get? I'm so excited. It's a treasure chart. Hooray! There we go. We have another treasure chart. That's the second treasure chart on this square, and I believe that's the maximum amount of treasure charts on this square anyways. So we got all the treasure charts for the square. That's pretty nice. And now we'll just go out of this ship anyways. And there is one more stop that we got to make on this island, actually. Really? Wow, okay, you know what? I'm fine with that. I landed on top of it. I'm happy. I'm just going to leave the submarine. I like when you leave the submarine, how like there's a backing. Like you just walk into nothing, like a room. Just like an empty room. Anyways, you may have noticed this on the way to the submarine, but there is a little treasure thing right here that we got to pick up. So let's take out our grappling hook. And let's glide over there, I guess, on the ocean water and pick that up because that's going to be probably the last thing that we do in this square before we depart. So let's get this on there. I think I've been getting like all the chests almost on my first time. I know there's a few chests that I had to go on a second or even third time, but for the most part I'm getting pretty good at getting these chests up off the ocean floor without a problem, which is awesome. And we got a purple rupee, which is worth 50 rupees, so that's a nice reward. Look at that. And I think that is pretty much everything we need to do in the square. Coincidentally, we are actually right next to the next temple. So whether or not I start the next temple or continue side questing, I'm not sure yet. Our sea chart is still pretty empty, and there are a lot of side quests left to be done. I'm not sure if I should continue side questing or not. I guess I could ask you guys in the comments if you want me to continue side questing or if I should go and just start the next temple or not. I guess that might be a good idea. I'm not sure if I may or may not take the advice. It depends, I guess, really on how I plan out the episodes. But I think that's all I really wanted to do in this episode for today, guys. So, once again, my name is Matt. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of Let's Play Legend of Zelda: Wind Waker.